Hey everybody, this is just going to be a quick little update video. I need to share with you guys why I'm no longer doing live streams. I feel like I owe it to you guys. I've had a handful of you that show up consistently week after week and make it so much more enjoyable to have your interaction, your input, your opinions, your feedback, your questions. Really means the world to me. And I am no longer going to be able to do those, and I feel terrible. So I feel like I owe it to you guys to explain to you why I'm no longer offering them and tell you instead how I'm kind of pivoting. And I saw Nurse Liz do this like not long ago, and I think that this is because in the life of a influencer, I don't really consider myself an influencer, but for people who post regularly, who create content, whether you're a blog writer, you're a video maker, podcaster, whatever it may be, if you spend time outside of your day job creating material for other people, it consumes a huge amount of time. And I think that if you don't have the ability to deliver what you say you're going to deliver, it becomes very challenging. And so I think quite often we go through these phases where we just have to sort of shift in what we are able to do in order to maintain balance, because for the most part we're all out here doing this on the side. This is just a part-time gig for us. Some of it is unpaid, a large percentage of it is unpaid time that we do because we care about growing other people. My mission statement when I started this entire process was to guide and inspire RNs and NPs so that together we can impact the lives of many. My goal has always been to mentor NPs like throughout the process of deciding to go back to school, what to go back to school for, how to acquire a job, and I've really found a deep passion and love for helping people acquire their dream job. Teaching them how to interview is just a very innate skill for me, and it is incredibly rewarding. So I spend a lot of time doing that stuff, and I want to continue to be able to offer you guys free content to help you all on your journey. It matters a lot to me. But I also have to maintain my full-time job and be a parent and a wife and all of the roles that I fill outside of all of these other obligations. So I have to find a balance that works for me and that shows up with consistency for you. And the live streams I was doing on a weekly basis, I was doing while I was getting ready for work. I figured that was kind of an easy way to, slide in some extra teaching for you guys. But the problem I was having is that I'm a shift worker. I work days and nights. I work 12-hour shifts. It's not a set schedule. I was having a lot of difficulty showing up every single Thursday at 3 p.m. and it created a lot of stress for me because I know that you guys need consistency so you know what to expect. And that's the least I can offer to you. And I just wasn't able to do that on a regular basis. So that was becoming very stressful to me. I also, once school got out and the kids were home all summer long, it was very challenging for me to meet these deadlines. And on top of that, half of those presentations were educational in nature, and that is heavy stuff to talk about, particularly when your focus is divided between getting ready for work and moderating the chats on the side and really struggling with that brain power to dig deep and present educational, like clinical relevant information is hard to do, particularly without visual aids. Okay, I have a very visual brain. I'm a little bit ADHD. I get off topic. So I need those visual cues to kind of keep me on track. And also because the way that I like to teach is the way that I understand. This is the only way I know how to do it, guys. But I think a lot of people are in the same boat where deep understanding, like true understanding, not just memorizing something for a test or to go into work and make the next week a little bit easier. True understanding of a disease state starts with understanding the why. You can't just memorize what to do for something. You have to understand why this is occurring in order to fully grasp what it is you're doing about it and how you go about it. That's just how I learn. I believe very strongly in this. And so I always talk a little bit about anatomy and physiology and pathophysiology before I segue into the disease process and what to do about it. And that is so incredibly hard to do without, if I'm talking about liver failure, without having a picture of the liver and the portal vein and the hepatic vein there. It's hard. It's hard to relay that information to others. It's hard for me to recall this stuff. So I have segued a little bit. I'm no longer going to be doing these live streams, but I am still doing teaching via Zoom. I met with my business mentor, and he and I worked out together a better path for me that I can continue to show up with consistency and better quality educational content for you guys. So I'm now offering this acute care lab, like private membership via Zoom. Zoom allows me to present on a whiteboard, which is more in keeping with classical teaching, particularly with something where you need to draw pictures. I can upload PDFs that I've created well in advance. I can keep things more organized, you know, graphs, pictures of organs. Things just make a lot more sense, and I think makes for more quality education in this manner. And keeping it in a private membership keeps it private. I find that a lot of people are hesitant to interact or ask questions in a true public forum just because people in the world can be brutal. So that's sort of why I segued to that. And I just want to apologize to all the loyal friends who showed up and just really made presenting in live stream format so much easier for me. I love you and thank you so very much. And I'm so sorry I just can't maintain it. I will still be doing my regular bi-weekly YouTube videos. I will still be doing some content like short form content on TikToks as well. And I do still work really hard on my weekly blogs, which half the time are clinical in nature. So I hope that that is enough free resources for you guys that you don't feel terribly disappointed in me for not being able to show up the way that I have been telling you I would show up. I truly cannot thank you guys enough for showing up, for supporting my channel, for consuming the content, and hopefully receiving good information to help you on your career journey. I thank you so very much, friends.